Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So we finished Twin Mirror yesterday, and as I said, the game is weird. It's very weird. So I'm very glad to come back to this one. We didn't actually start the case last time, so we're just gonna get into it then. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Oh, we talked to him. What do we have to do then? Move to... oh yeah, go to the Windy Bank Pawnbrokery. Let's go to Baker Street first. So this is Baker Street, okay. 223. So wait, where's our place? Oh, there it is, 221B. Oh, it's already been 2 months since we started taking lodging here above Mr. Sholmes' office. Months. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this. Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodations with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have no one regret. Not one regret. You plan on killing someone? Sato-san? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Okay. Something's gonna be there later, maybe. Look at all the different things in the window of this shop. Oh, that's Windybank's, the pawnbrokery. Oh, it looks much smarter than the pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it? Oh yes, you're right. I found pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. Oh, it reminds me of tearful parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. Oh, what doesn't kill us make us stronger? Naruhodo-san. That's European philosophy, you know. Okay, I guess that's all then. Fifteenth of April, Windybank's pawnbrokery. So this is a British pawnbrokery, eh? Oh my! There are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. Ah, Sato-san, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I get the impression you enjoy places like this. Oh yes, I don't know why, but seeing such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. Oh, my dear fellows, let us not forget why we are here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, sir. Welcome back. Did you hear that Braden welcome? Well, yeah. We are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windybank of our ire. Come, the fight is afoot. Ooh. Oh dear. It's got a nice necktie. Should we examine first? Maybe we should examine a bit first. What's that? Radio? What are you doing, my dear fellows? We're not here to browse for interesting curios. We have come to teach this broker a lesson. Oh, but there are just so many fascinating items. Hey, Mrs. How are you doing tonight? Well, it looks as though we'll have to talk to Mr. Windybank first, before we can explore in here, Sato-san. Okay, we have to talk first. Alright, how are you? What? I'm a bit better. I think. It's difficult to know. But I think it's a bit better. I mean, it's coming to an end, I hope. Okay, let's converse with this man. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. It will? Oh yeah, it will. Yes. This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Windybank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. Oh, a wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, I'm so very sorry, sir. Oh, utterly unforgivable of me. An inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends. Oh, really? What? He's gonna kill himself? No! Don't do it! I shall have to take my own life! Wait, are you sure this guy is British? Must be Japanese, right? What? He's a bit over dramatic. I don't think that would be necessary, do you? Oh, if I may say one thing before I pop off. Oh, yes? Oh, it was you, sir, Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon yourself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry? As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch my violin when I heard, "Ah, here it is." You did? And when I turned to controvert you, you had taken the violin and left, sir. Huh. However, there can be no doubt that the blame lies firmly at my own door for allowing you to leave. So I shall not grumble or grouse any longer. May this kid die with me. Man. This guy means business. Oh, no, stop, my dear fellow. The fault is mine. Phew. It would appear that the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Windybank. Evidently my questionable disposition precipitated this tragedy. Oh well, you wouldn't be Mr. Sherlock Holmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? Haha, I do believe you may be right, sir. Ha 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 ha. Oh, it says a lot of cry, I suppose. Oh, you are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needed to remind you of the peculiar collection of items you've brought through my door in the past. Oh, peculiar items? Oh, in the extreme, ma'am. For example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Sherlock Holmes, or some such. Oh my, a new, fully fledged novel? Unpublished? A story I have yet to read, you mean? Ah! Forgive me! Oh, wait, before you die, you must tell me more. Kill yourself if you want, but just tell me everything before. I must know more. Tell me everything. Wow. Soto-san is really fired up now. Oh, is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? Well, one day the gentleman here brought in an old metal chest, you see. I should like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Windybank. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscript, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Sherlock Holmes. I beg your pardon? A manuscript? Oh, you wish to deposit a manuscript? Indeed I do, for I'm confident it will be quite safe here. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I sense that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. Of course, of course. They're safe and sound with me, I assure you. On my life. Wait, if he takes his own life, who's gonna look after the things? This is all very strange. Yeah. Those Britain, they're quite strange. I wonder, could I ask you something? Oh, a gentleman from the east, I see. Oh yes, that sable suit. I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Wait, what? Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry, what? Aha, but your splendid attire, ma'am. 5 guineas, no less. The colours are exquisite. The design, exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel like though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Oh yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers utilize the establishment as you describe. I praise their items and offer them a proportionate loan and 2 months of secure storage. If, in that time, they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. Oh, but what happens if they don't pay you the money? Oh, then the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. Oh, so you never sell items before the 2 months have passed then? Oh, that's right, Mum. That's right. Which means some considerable responsibility rests on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to earn it all. What? Oh, the very idea, Mr. Windback, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us all it was a good day to die only this morning. And let us forget that I have already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device, which Mr. Windybank has installed here in his shop. I call it the Red-Handed Recorder. Wait, what? A recorder with hands? Is that not so, Mr. Windybank? Oh. What was that deep sigh about? The red-handed recorder. What? What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are 2 just below the ceiling. Wait, what? Oh, I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera, furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. Wait, but you still have to develop the pictures. Oh yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. Okay. 4 AM. I developed a special time profile so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image, even in darkness. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't work, but, well, you know. Really? That's extraordinary. Plus, it has colors. Oh yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with ill intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. Well, unless they spent less than half an hour. But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at a 30-minute intervals? Indeed, as you say, my dear madam. Oh, then what if the incident were to occur in between times? Oh, she looks so sorry about that. I'm sorry to ask, but... One could only say, That would be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess, your device have been giving me some cause for distress of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Windybank. Surely, if they are anything but distressing, reassuring is the word. The word. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most graciously placed not one but 2 cameras in my shop after all. Which means I must pay for 9 on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Ah, that's why digital cameras are very, you know, nice. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, no? My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Wait, what? Oh, heaven help us! Oh, now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return you a precious violin. Ah, the very thing. Thank you, Mr. Windybank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop. Because if anything were to happen to one of them, this would be the only answer. Will you stop that now? I really think you ought to stop waving that gun around. Someone could get hurt. Fear not. Sorry, what? I've only loaded a single bullet, so no one but myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you then, Mr. Windybank. Oh, it's been a pleasure, as always, Mr. Sholmes. He really looks pleased. Oh, so, Naruhodo-san. Now we can explore at last. Okay. Okay, let's do that. So what's that? Oh, now what do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have 2 little windows for looking through. Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. Oh, fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourself. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I just have a look. Just before you do, there is something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically, as it were, you will need to be cross-eyed. Wait, what? However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Wait, what? Alright then, I'm going to try it. Ah! Wait, what? Naruhodo-san, you must see, at once. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh, alright then. So I need to be cross-eyed, like I'm trying to look at my own nose. What are we gonna see? Does it really work? Wait, let me try. You can try this at home, kids. Does it actually work? Wait. Oh, it's not easy. I'm trying it. Kinda got it. Oh. Does work. Does work. Oh. Interesting. They actually made a stereogram from that. That's interesting. Wow. What the? I don't believe it. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you could reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many fads. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Oh, why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Oh, she's so disappointed. Pinocchio? What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you care to imagine. Though they are forfeited items, offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn, or colloquially pop, an item, the broker loans your money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time, after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he is free to display it in his shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh yes, now you've explained it. I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. What? My treasured university uniform? Never! It embodies my student spirit. Oh, that's not a calendar you could easily miss, is it? '15th of April. Today's date. Oh yes, that's not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern style page-a-day calendar. Eastern? Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. There's gonna be a mystery in this pawn shop, I'm pretty sure. I mean, my nose is tingling. I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date. The perfect calendar for a throwaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Winniebank. And who was it who walked out of here with the wrong violin before? Eh? Well, when the agreed storage period has passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. So I have to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say. Oh yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. What's that? Oh, look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. Ah. There's a small catch. Just here, look. Oh, we're going to open it, aren't we? What's that? Oh my, that's amazing. It has some sort of spring-loaded mechanism. Which we'll never manage to put back the way it was before. Oh, what are you two doing? What? Nothing. No, nothing at all. Why are you asking? Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. You don't say. It's a portable stereoscope. It's the mobile version. Wow. And we thought we invented VR. What's that? Oh, look at this. What could this lovely, big, shiny box be? Oh, that, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country? Oh my, yes. But I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? Oh, what a sublime sound. Oh, it's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. Oh, this particular specimen is one of the larger variety, commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside, on which the notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. Oh my goodness, what a simply delightful machine. Indeed, though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Ah. I was thinking about, all the things we had. Now everything is a computer, or a phone. Yeah, back in the day we had so many devices. Science and technology advance at such an overwhelming pace. Man, that's the 19th century. What? Only 2p for it? Not unfair! You know it! Oh, the article is barely worth a penny, miss. I can't offer more. What's going on? Sounds like there's an argument brewing over by the counter. Come on. Come on. That can't be right. Have you ever allowed a proper butcher at it? Butcher's at it? Oh, I've seen all I need to see, young girl. Wait. Is this... I know this girl. Wait, don't we... Yeah. I'm sure I recognize her. Yes, it's the young lady from Mr. McGinty's trial 2 months ago. Her name is Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer, and as a crest among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. That's commonly called a pickpocket. Okay. Oh, she had the smoke cannon. I find it very distracting that she's named Lestrade. Well. Gordon Bennett, you lot! Gordon Bennett? Hello, Mrs. Strada. I hope you've been well. I'm not sure she wishes us well. No. Hey? What? You remember me then, do ya? Do ya? Not sure how she speaks, really. Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke. That's for sure. So, what are you doing in here? Down and out, like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that black whistle. Sorry, coat, are you? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone comment on it? It's a perfect uniform. Ah, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. You would be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article, and I shall negotiate with Mr. Winterbank on your behalf. Pull the other one. I don't need no help from... no help. Mrs., are you here? Wondering what kind of English accent doesn't pronounce the H? Pull the other one. I don't need no help from some stacker D. Stacker D. Get out of my business. Go on. I'll make trouble for you. As you wish, Mr. Stroud. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone. Oh, I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation here. What is that thing he has in his hand? Some kind of metal disc? It's for the music box. And you! Go on! Leave me alone! Oh, Mr. Strad, just pretend we aren't here. We shan't be offended in the slightest. I know, Japanese people there are used to getting ignored. Susan can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever. Whatever. Somehow, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Mr. Strad. Oh yeah, well I am, alright. I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. That a problem, is it? No, not at all. It's just that, well... Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. That thing probably don't even belong to her. Probably got it on the drive, didn't she? Oh yeah, I can see it written all over your Chevy face. Chevy Chase. Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines. Maybe. Oh, you're not going to deny it? Naruhodo-san. Don't look at me like that. Alright, then. I'm just going to come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people? Well, I don't know. I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose. Sometimes. Oh, you're not going to deny it either, Mrs. Strad. But not this time, alright? I swear. That thing belongs to me. All the discs that Mr. Bundybank is holding. Perhaps we should see what he has to say about all this. Okay, okay. Oh, what a fuss. Okay. Oh, Mr. Windybank, what exactly is this little disc that Mr. Strad has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface. Oh, this is a music disc, you see, for use inside a music box. In a music box? What? You don't even know what a music box is? You Eastern lot into Savvy, eh? I know what a music box is. I know. I've seen one with this disc before. The small protrusions of the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays. Oh, it's so incredible. Tell us, what tune is on this disc? Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for. Ah, I see. And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customer for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny. That's a packet of lies. He told me. He did. He said it was, well... He? Who's he? Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. But this was good money. I know it is. Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you? Hmm. Oh, she's been in before, of course. This little tatterdemalion. Tatterdemalion? Tatterdemalion. Hmm? Oh, I see. And brought some dubious article on others with her every single time, I might add. Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me. So, is there something dubious about the disc she brought in today? Well, if only it was that simple. Sorry, what do you mean? What she actually brought in was a storage ticket. A storage ticket, so... Mr. Strad has actually come to redeem an article from you today. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff. What needs storing? Right. Yes. That's definitely dubious. Dubious. Oh, the article in question would have been forfeited at midnight tonight. Well, she gave me the ticket for it, and repaid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article to her. Oh, but what was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windybank. The little scamp is wearing it, ma'am. Scamp? The jacket. It's the overcoat that she redeemed. Oh. Okay. Wait, wasn't she wearing it last time? What? What's wrong with that? With that? It fits, don't it? I mean, it's mine. Of course it does. So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this? Oh, the disc is something else. A new article to pawn. If the girl and I can agree on a price. New article to pawn. Okay. I'm confused. I thought you said that Mr. Strad brought in a storage ticket today. Oh, it's really quite simple, really. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket, and the money all on it, as you say. Oh, all right. For this heavy black coat, we should return to her care, as I had understood it. Oh, that's right. Yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, she went referring to the buckets. Oh, you mean? The buckets, yeah. What? Then you know it's rude to stare at a lady. Ah, I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it? Oh, if you mean this, yeah, exactly, ma'am. Oh, and she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious, I think. Give it up. Just trying to pawn something like anyone else would. Something. Trying to pawn something. Oh, Mrs. Strad, may I ask you who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Oh, well, me. It doesn't really appear to be your size. Me old man. It's me old man, ain't it? Is it Mr. Strad? Is it Mrs. Strad? Yes. This is definitely all rather suspicious. Out of my way, please. Who's that? Oh, who is this man? Who is this picture postcard English gentleman? I don't know. He's got a weird outfit. What? Who is this dude? Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. What's your problem, eh? Oh, there is no problem. As long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. And if you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl, for the hiding you deserve. Oh, look. I need obvious. I ain't done talking with him yet. You think you're such a gent? You should know how to wait in line. Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pickpocket. Eh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you know who I am? Wait, what? This man makes no sense. You haven't the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. What? I mean, you mean from you? Rocker. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, don't pull out your gun again, huh? I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you, no? Oh, yes. The article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my. Now that's a lie. What are they trying to pull? Huh? Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel. Wastrel? What? Damn those words. What's a wastrel? Missus, help me there. I need to play with my dictionary. You don't know? Oh no! What are we gonna do? Wastrel. Okay. A vagabond. A waif? Waif? Wait, what? Waif? A stray person or animal? Man. Those are all the words, I believe. Give me back my overcoat, you wastrel! And needless to say, any music box discs too. Oh no, you can't have it. You just can't. It's me old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Oh goodness, Naruto-san. Never heard that word. It might be old English, you know. Oh, this is a very awkward situation. Yes, indeed. I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Oh dear, what have we gotten into this time? Oh, Mr. Strad, is what the gentleman is saying? What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swore on my life. I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. I don't know how to say to make it to her voice. Let's hear it now, you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. I won't be mad, you can tell me. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business. when this little gutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. They're unstoppable these days. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. This isn't the first time that I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Now then, relinquish my overcoat. Come along now, Mr. Strad. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If you're going to cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on. Why does everyone think it's me? Just look at the tiny cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one? I'm sorry, but no one's going to believe you. Well, what about evidence? Yeah. What's your evidence that I've stolen something, eh? Come on. Let's see it. Oh, I have evidence. Naturally. I have. You what? Evidence. That's kinda our thing, you know? Evidence that the article Mrs. Strad redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman? Of course, we need only consult Mr. Windybank's ledger to know the truth. Well, we'll be able to look up the name of the person who deposited the article in the first place. Oh yes, brilliant as ever. Sato-san. I'm very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible. Oh. I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine. But why not? Well now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity. Oh, yes, I see. Even though, you know, they get photographed by the things. But, well, you know. Oh, but then, how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it? Oh, it's quite simple. Good sir, might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question? Of course, it's Professor. The man is quite the drama queen. Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt. A watchword? Interesting. Watchwords. So, about these watchwords, Mr. Windybank. As I just explained, I never ask customers' names when they deposit items with me. There are many reasons why. Certain customers would like to keep their activities secret. That wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Shrooms now, was it? What does he have in hand? Oh, great detectives have no dark secrets. None at all. Yeah, well, yes, well, anyway, that's why I'll always ask for a watchword whenever I accept a new article. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. The date of deposit, a description, and a watchword uniquely identify each item. And of course, then I give the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword. And if someone tells you the correct watchword, you return the article. That's right, sir. Yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid. And I have supplied you with the information you require already. But for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is another code, deposited 2 months ago on 15th of February, with the watchword of Professor. All perfectly correct information, sir. But how? Oh, really? This is beyond a joke now. There is no further room for doubt. Wait. Why did he give it to her if she didn't know the watchword? That's weird. There's something weird about all that. Alright, man, what do you have to say? Picture postcard gentleman. Excuse me, but who are you? One would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. Though clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign to you. Sorry, yes. We're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh yes, Japan. I've heard of the place. What? Wait, what? Its inhabitants live on some fiery, brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices. Wait, what? What? You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about? Perhaps. Anyway, if you are a gentleman, sir, you offer your own name first, before inquiring after the name of another. Oh, of course, yes. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student lawyer, really. Oh, my name is Susato Mikotoba. I am Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. Dramatic pause. My name is Benedict. Yes, Eggert Benedict. Enchanté. He's so refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks. But that name is, suspicious. And now, to the matter at hand. What is this? My other coat. Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off. Every move he makes, every breath he takes. I can't stand watching him. What? He doesn't fit anymore. So let that be an end of the matter, please. Thank you for your custom, Mr. Eggert Benedict, sir. Eggert Benedict. Oh no, what? I refuse this pun. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. His outfit is not consistent now. Doesn't make sense. This is why I ain't grown-ups. Just 'cause I'm a diver. Everyone thinks that makes me a liar. And the contents of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. English people are not that dramatic. I guess this one is a particular specimen. Wait, haven't we seen? Because there was this guy who was living on the ground floor in Mr. Natsume's building. And he did look a bit over dramatic as well. I don't remember who he was. I wonder if there's a link here. Oh, by the way, I changed the settings for the encoding of the stream, and I hope you don't have as much a delay as you used to, Mrs. Okay, good. That's a good thing. And the content of the coat pockets, if you please, broker. Okay. Oh, but of course, sir. Here's a disc for you. This is... Just this one? Oh, pardon, sir. I was expecting another. Well, that is... I deposited another. Another disc? Oh dear. I regret to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. Don't get your gun. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. So, Gutterling, you're hiding more of that what's rightfully mine, are you? Say who, eh? I don't know nothing about it. Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye to style. Wait, what? Wait a minute. That disc is mine. Oh. Oh. What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood. You filthy animal. Oh, oh my. Oh, yes, there's blood on the disc. Oh, it's because of all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on him. I found it first, alright? I mean, it belonged to me old man. It's my family heirloom. So you're not having it. Oi! You take it. Me? If I ain't do it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep all of it. Mr. Strad, I'm not a pawnbroker. Why is this so important to her? The music box disc has been entered to the court record. You're not in a court. Nothing makes sense. Are you there? In the black livery? Hand that disc to me at once, please. No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars. What do I do now? How am I going to resolve this? I know how. With evidence. Or maybe just, you know, flee the scene. Okay, we have to look at the thing. We have to look at the discs now. Okay, what's going on here? Whoa, it is sharp. Oh, what's that? For my gilded. Oh. Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck on onto the reverse side of the disc. Look. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded. McGilded? It couldn't be. But it is Naruhodo-san. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? The music box disc information has been updated in the court records. What a weird thing. For my gilded. The surname of the man whose innocence is secured in the trial 2 months ago. Naruhodo-san. Yes, a trial I'll never forget. Not least because of the tragic accident that followed it, in which McGillid was killed. But why would his name be on this music box disc? Oh, I'm afraid I have absolutely no idea, but one thing seems certain. This surely cannot be a simple coincidence. What's going on here? Oh, look at the little buzz on the disc. They're so tiny. And they're so pointy. Oh, yes. The protrusions are called pins. And they plug the teeth of the comb to make notes. And just on the edge, there's a small amount of blood. Yes, the blood of the mysterious Mr. Eggert Benedict. When Mr. Strahd tried to grab the disc from him, the pins crushed his fingers, it seems. Like when you're grating some daikon radish and accidentally catch your finger. Oh! Oh! Ouch! Just thinking about it hurts and puts me off eating radish. Oh yeah, I don't want to think about that either. Alright, I think we've seen what we have to see. Oh, my gilded, eh? What do you have to say about all this? Wow. Mr. Strahd is really looking daggers at that mysterious gentleman. We need to do something to calm things down, before she loses control and attacks him again. Why not use a disc? I don't think we can. Look at Mr. Windybank, watching diligently over his shop there. There are still so many things I'm curious about. But somehow, I don't really feel like this is the right time to be browsing. Oh, calming this situation must be our first priority. And I'm very certain that we can find the great thing we need among the articles here in this shop. Wait, we have to look at something in the shop? Oh, we have to talk to Harlock. I don't think there's anything. What's... Mr. Sholmes? What are you examining with such keen interest there? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. What? So, you found me at last, Mr. Naruto. Sorry, what? After that young pickpocket sent me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows. What? Cruelly ostracized, as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship. I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see what my downfall had done to me. So feigning mock interests, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, now I am the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. Wait, it's his own brand caramel? Pray, do you claim to understand the depth of my despair, Mr. Naruto? But how could you? Yeah, it's a very dramatic one. I was so lonely, so desperately lonely. Then why on earth didn't you join the conversation? Oh, things have gone from bad to worse here, you know? Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. Oh, you really were sad, weren't you? Oh, poor Mr. Sholmes. I feel simply awful for you. Oh, Susato-san, don't fall for it. It just seems that my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case once again. My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, were my genius for deduction to be commoditized? How much could I pawn it for? What? It seems Mr. Sholmes has had another of his flashes of inspiration. But who knows if it will help to resolve the situation between Mr. Strahd and the mysterious gentleman. Clearly, look at this guy on the left. The coat is not his. It doesn't match the outfit. So what's the right thing to do here? Listen to the deduction? I mean, why not? Well, Mr. Strahd, it would appear you find yourself in something of a predicament. Where the blue blazes have you been, eh? Pardon? When there is trouble, a true gent's supposed to be there to help. Straight away, not an hour later. Harsh. And who, pray tell, are you? Oh dear. No. I'm afraid of what's gonna happen if they interact with each other. Mr. Eggert Benedict, you have, in my eyes, a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon? The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. Oh. And the second is this. A considerable crime is in contemplation, one you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? Oh, how? He's stone as white as a hard-boiled egg. I gotta say, he was already pretty white. Oh, it would seem that once again, Mr. Sholmes has made a flawless deduction. Just who you think you are, sir? Oh, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. So, shall we begin? Yes. The time has come for yet another Sherlock Holmes logic and reasoning spectacular. And to think we could have missed that. Mystery Man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. Yet, even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need for such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. Oh, his name? Look at his cane. It's got AG on it. That's not EB. That's weird. The cane, which you unwittingly clutch to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. Incontrovertible contradiction? Incontrovertible. Alright? Wow. Oh, what utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, missing ferrule. Wait, what? The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet, detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all. Wait, what? Is it a mallet? You recoiled, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see? From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. What walking cane demands such a stout handle, mused I. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that's rod. It's the broken handle of a shovel. What? Are you insane? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. The true motive for coming here was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises. What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime. Okay, we're gonna have to do something about that. Oh no. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel. Wait, so are shovels made to dig or not? We didn't actually... I don't think we had a definitive answer on that. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway. That flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us that all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating. Is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank. The special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please. Okay. Did he just reveal all that to criminals? Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. It's a bit long because we know we are gonna have to correct all that. Mr. Sholmes? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, an impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank over the road and what it has in its vault? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Really? Gregson told me, in the strictest confidence. Oh, but you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. Oh. What if it's such a big secret? How would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it? There can be but one explanation for that. Clearly, it is because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he's a criminal, as you say, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windybank will. He already has plenty of shovels here after all. Oh, my life! I assure you I'm not so unscrupulous. Oh, well, hopefully this had taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out! Oh, perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes. An excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo. An excellent idea! Oh, well then. Naruhodo-san, you know what to do, I'm sure. Yes. Let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape. Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. of Sherlock Holmes, magnificent, logic and reasoning, spectacular. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it! Okay, first of all, we must blah blah blah. Okay, come on now. Okay. Claim to have allowed these people to get here, having had the redemption ticket thrown from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you into this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. So, by Mr. Shawn's reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor. Oh yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he? No. I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere. The question is where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? The coat! Or the dog? Look, there's a dog over there! Oh no, I want to see the dog! Oh, here is a dog. So what's that? Oh, it certainly is a flyer for Mr. Windybank's shop. Let's see. Windybanks wants you. Pawnbroker's assistant required. It's an eye-catching advertisement, that's for sure. Oh, I've seen the same flyer up here, inside the shop, I think. Perhaps Mr. Windybank is always in need of more staff. So, Mr. Benedict came here to apply for a job? That's just too hard to believe. What about the hat? Oh, that silk top hat is whiter than white. Only an English gentleman could hope to carry off something so bright. Oh, but it looks so incongruous with the black overcoat, don't you think? Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course. How about it, Naruhodo-san? I think you'd look very fetching in a white top hat. Well, you know, I think it might look rather incongruous with my black university uniform, so... The cane. That's a proper English gentleman's cane, isn't it? Look at the beautifully polished brass on the handle. Oh yes, but Mr. Sholmes is right. It's not the sort of handle you usually see on a cane. Perhaps it's the latest London fashion. I mean, that's just guesswork, of course. Oh, perhaps you could have the cane, Naruhodo-san. It might rather suit you. I have a feeling it might argue with a sword around my waist. Is it a sword cane? I'm curious. So we have the cane. We have the hat. I'm not sure what we're supposed to indicate here. The hat? Oh no, we can look down. What's down there? Oh, he has something in his hand. Can we look at it? I want to look at your other hand, man. Let me look at the hand. Stylish hat. Cane. Oh, there's something on the... Oh, there's something written here. What is it? Oh. Oh, look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here. I don't believe it. Oh, what is it? Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Oh, goodness. There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. And she looks very cute in the drawing there. Although if he showed it to her, she'd fire the smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure. Oh look, the details of this shop has been written down here too. Windy Banks Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline 15th of April. Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper? Info about Miss Lestrade. We have to present that.
Take that!
Yes. What brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertains to the pickpocket, Miss Lestrade, and to Mr. Windybank's pawnbroker here. Huh? You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Mr. Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie. It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here, to Windybank's pawnbrokery. And today, the redemption deadline on that overcoat. So, you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive? And you have gone to some length to hide the reason of for your pursuit of Mr. Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. Oh, what utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, missing Pharaoh. Okay, let's change that. What's a Pharaoh? Oh, it's the metal cap commonly found at the end of a cane. Naruhodo-san. Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement? Oh yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recall when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious. Oh, in other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. What is your secret? Initialing. Look here, Soto-san. There are some letters on the handle. Ah, yes. Oh yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. Do you do that, Mrs.? So, Sherlock Holmes would be HS, you mean? Oh, that's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously. Oh. AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right? I don't think there's anything else to to say about this cane, really. Oh. The end of this cane is just bare wood. Oh yes, and according to Mr. Sholmes' detection, this is where the shovel blade would have been attached. Couldn't it just be that the tip fell off? I'm sorry, Naruto-san, but I couldn't possibly speculate. It's the initials anyway, so we don't have to.
Take that!
The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. A most astute observation, would you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet, in a most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you had that cane for years. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. What was that? Your record, sir. Is something wrong? And in your recording, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see? Okay, let's consider the bare bones of what happened here. Mr. Strahd redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. And now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. Oh, but we know that he actually identified Mr. Strahd from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us isn't true. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. He's just ripped the overcoat, so it's not his. Oh, the seam on the shoulders there is coming apart. Look. So it is. Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. Growl? It's not a growl. Well, okay. But now I think it was probably the sound of this seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting, and he wouldn't have a hope of fastening it at the front. If you were to turn around it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. Oh, that I'd like to see. Sorry? So how can we make Mr. Benedict turn around? Oh, she's really giving this some thought. How can we make him turn around? I've been looking closely at this hat for some time now, and it suddenly occurred to me that a bright white top hat like that might be just the hat for me. Oh, You like it, do you? I think I do, don't I? Well, in that case, you could see if there's isn't something similar among Mr. Winterbank's forfeited items. After we've concluded our investigation, we must focus on the task in hand at the moment. Okay, we must present a seam.
Take that!
The split seam, which we evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see? Oh. Yes, because the other coat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied about your name, and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. Ugh. This catalogue of untruth has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that a young girl redeemed from Mr. Windybank. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. Alright, great crime. You're going to bed now? Alright, have a good night, missus. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage? Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner, using the watchword? Had I not been the one to deposit it in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details, n'est-ce pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you're only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter with which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Ah, okay. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman didn't know the watchword. Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windybank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? So what is this? Look at this, Mr. Sato-san. Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windybank has scribbled to himself. Let's see. What does it say? Oh, Professor. Mhm. Mr. Windybank must make a note of the watchword his customers give him, right before their eyes. And in alarmingly clear script as well. It's not that clear, I gotta say, but... Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I see? Ah. This is Mr. Windybank's gun. Oh yes, loaded with only one bullet, he said. It would appear that being a pawnbroker is a very life or death profession. That might just be this particular establishment. Okay, we know. Oh, sorry. Just gotta kill that. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchwords and notes down the response uttered on a note that he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusations against Mr. Stroud. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windybank. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword as his common practice, you observed him writing the word "professor" on the notelet beside the ledger. Huh. And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawn article from the young Mr. Stroud. Master plan. Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less a worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us what we need to know. What is he talking about? The article we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets. Which according to Mr. Windybank isn't even worth a penny. Which according to Mr. Windybank isn't even worth a penny. And yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. Why? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it. Naruhodo-san. Could we? Really? Better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. Mr. Michael did. Yeah. Okay. I think we can just present disc then.
Take that!
You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know. What's that? The back. It reads for McGilded. Ugh. Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate? Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature, in fact. He was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you've squeezed yourself into. Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Egbert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today was to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Deduction complete. Well, well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name unexpected to hear in these circumstances. I kinda knew he was gonna resurface. I did. Well, I thought he would be somewhat alive, but well. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Miss Susato. Well, according to what Mr. Winterbank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the code could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Well, today is 15th of April, so 2 months ago today would have been 15th of February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m. I see. What? But that suggests... Yes, 15th of February. Oh yes, 16th of February. It's precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. At 10:30 in the evening. Wait, what? It's precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However... I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. No! It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box. Ah, what do I do? Ah, save! That's what we do. When we are, you know, in a dire situation. Absolutely not. I do not give you the disc. There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may well be one of those things. Then again, It may not.
Hold it.
Oh, Mr. Winniebank. This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. Is that what will happen? I should have to take my own life. What? No! Help me! Mr. Winniebank, no! Alright, that's enough. Oh. Inspector Gregson! Wow! I'm happy to see you. Inspector? Oh, that's right, Sunshine. The alarm was read in one of our dedicated image lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh? Oh, praise be! You're here at last. I was months away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment. Is he? Okay. To see me have the upper hand. Ah. Much better. Right. You lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with them pretty argy-bargy. Some petty argy-bargy. Not while I'm eating my fish and chips. Oh, petty? Mr. Windybank very nearly met with his hand. With his end. Sorry, not his hands. Yeah, by his own gun, as far as I can tell. Oh dear. And the whole of Britain could meet with its end if I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on. What? What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson. I might have said a little too much. No matter. It's nothing to do with you lot. Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station. Oh, but of course, Inspector. Wait, what? It's getting away. Get after me, lads. Why, whistle the beat officer too. Sir! What? He fled. There's been a spat of thefts at pawn shops around here recently. So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble. Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Permanently in Mourning. Yeah? I'll be taking that whatever it is of my gilded down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over. Oh, yeah, of course. No! Don't! Don't give it to him. It's mine. That is mine. I'm sorry, miss. But anything belonging to my gilded has to be taken in as evidence now. As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. And so, we handed Mr. McGildy's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and were summarily turfed out of the shop and into the street. To be continued. Oh, perfect timing. I don't know what this has to do with the Hound of the Baskervilles, but I don't know. Okay. I don't know, it's... Okay. Wow. I have no idea what this is going. Yeah. It's quite, I don't know. Surprise. But I guess we'll see. Okay. Thanks for being here tonight. As usual, please take care, stay safe. I hope to see you soon. Bye.